Listen up, bros and broettes. Hit that subscribe button before you click off this video. Lots of cool stuff to check out on this channel. Make sure you ring that bell. Every time you ring the bell, a vegan cries. Let's do this.
Slipknot McJunior is back. It's been a while since we've done Vended, but I do like them. Corey's son does a really good job. Griffin, that's his name.
Isn't it Clown Son who does it too?
Clown son plays drums.
Yeah.
They're a mini Slipknot.
Yeah, they're literally a mini Slipknot.
But they remind me more of the old Slipknot, which
Like the
is
better Slipknot.
Yeah, everything before, Volume 3. It's like Volume 3 and back is what they remind me of, which is about my favorite time of Slipknot.
All hope is gone. Yeah.
I do like All Hope Is Gone. I even like the Gray Chapter. I enjoy a lot of songs on it as well, but that's really about the last one that I've really been excited about. The last couple, they've changed some things up, the way they mold their choruses. It's just something about it I don't really care for. But then Slipknot McJunior comes around.
And says, hey Dad, watch this.
Yeah. It reminds me of Nick Nocturnal, how he goes and remakes bands, but he'll always remake a song, or not even remake. He doesn't remake. He writes a song that sounds just like them.
Actually, wait, this is actually gonna work.
But he normally targets the time frame back when most people really liked them.
Yeah.
Usually not newer. So with Gojira, Avenged Sevenfold,
Well, a lot
even
of
Slipknot.
his stuff, he like takes a little elements of both. And like,
But there's a lot more of the old in most of the stuff he does, and which is why I appreciate it, because a lot of fans kind of watch these bands go rise. I need to retire the word rise. It's used too much.
it's
Every song.
We just need to sit down. Just sit down.
Am I the only one?
Probably not.
If that question is, who thinks this is probably better than new Slipknot, you are not the only one.
No.
Because I believe this will probably be better than the new Slipknot, but what we're here to find out.
We're here to figure that out.
Let's do this.
They call him Kid.
He sounds like his dad.
They should have said, screw the mask thing. We're just going to paint our faces. He kind of looks like his dad.
Yeah, he's starting to look like his dad. This doesn't remind me of Slipknot as much as it does Brodown.
That's Corey. I like the truss in the background.
Now that's got Slipknot.
Yeah.
They're gonna go Sepultura on me.
That's God, he sounds just like my dad. That's crazy.
Oh, it sounds like his daddy. That's Iowa like a mofo.
We know who his voice coach was. Dude.
Daddy.
Dude.
Griffin, you killed it, boy. You killed it. That was great.
Like montage music, man.
The whole song did not remind me of Slipknot, so they have veered off into a little bit of other direction. The one part was very Sepultura-esque, and I love
That
Sepultura.
breakdown-ish part.
Yeah, towards the end. The beginning of it really started out like something Slipknot would do, but then it kind of veered from there and began to sound a little bit like Brodown or, something of that nature, almost to the point of like hardcore.
But
Griffin didn't sound like a hardcore. The band did. Griffin sounded like daddy.
Yeah, straight up Corey.
If you had told me that Corey Taylor had a new song out and I heard this, I would believe that was Corey.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, bro, cool.
And I saw Slipknot in '99 at Ozfest on a tiny stage in front of the venue. So before you got into the venue to find all the stages, there was this tiny little over by the merch stage with these 9 people stacked on it wearing masks.
Yeah.
And piled together to the point where all they did was just bump into each other, and it was
Create
absolute
mayhem.
chaos, and I loved every minute of it, and I have been a fan ever since. Like I said, the last couple albums, I wouldn't say totally disappointed me. They're not memorable, and I didn't really...
Orphan was like the best one.
I do love Orphan. I mean, there's a couple of songs. They had a couple, but nothing like they had on the self-titled and Iowa, Volume 3.
Not just total bangers,
Well, each of those albums before, I can name 5 songs off each of those that are
bangers.
Pretty much better than anything they've put out in the last 10 years. But that's just me. I mean, there's people that grew up with them after I saw them in '99. They may have started listening to them in 2014, 2015, and now they're like, oh man, the new stuff's so much better. So, I mean, I get it.
Everyone has different preferences.
I'm the old Slipknot, and God Griffin reminds me of that old Slipknot. That's what Corey sounded like. Corey took voice lessons later on. He was not doing that early on, and that's why his growls and his screams have changed over the years, because he started taking vocal lessons. So the sound changed, and Griffin just harnessed that untrained scream, which is maybe trained, I'm sure it is. But it sounds like Daddy did back when Daddy was young.
I mean, it's probably Corey trained.
Love it.
Like, these are the tips and tricks of this, son. Let's just get you on out there now.
Well, that's when Corey made people want to run out in the streets with a hammer and smash car windows.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the Corey voice that, I could go down the list. But Griffin nailed it. And if they did decide to go and become Slipknot McJunior and take over for the parents, Griffin absolutely has my stamp of approval.
Yep.
Griffin's going to get that, because that sounded great. And, I wish I could remember Clown's son's name. I used to know it off the top of my head. It's just escaping me right now. Crahan, I just can't remember his first name, but he could step in. I think he could. Joey ain't no joke. It's going to be tough I'd have to hear him do that, because I had to hear Jay do that, and Jay still doesn't sound like Joey to me, but he's good. He's really good.
This kid at the very beginning of it, had me, the drummer.
He was crushing it early. He crushed it through the song.
Yeah.
But it I don't know. I mean, like with Jay Weinberg doing Joey Jordison reminds me of Zakk Wylde doing Dime. It's not that he's a bad guitarist. You know, he's a legend. Zakk is a legend. He just doesn't sound like Dime. And when they play live and the stuff I've heard live, it just, there's Dime.
It's not the same.
Dime had his own thing. He had his own style, and the way he would strum and the way he would bend. And, you know, Dime's pretty untouchable in the feel.
Yeah.
The true feel of what he was doing. It's not mechanical. It's not pentatonics and things of Zakk's nature.
It's just
very opposite. It's more chaotic.
Him.
But it's organized chaos. And that's Dimebag. And that was Joey. Joey was organized chaos. You didn't realize it, but he had that timing down.
Yeah.
You just couldn't really follow it because he was all over the map with his rolls and his double bass and his hi-hat and his snare.
Where's one?
Yeah, he was in a league of his own. And so I would have to hear Crahan Jr.
Yeah.
I'd have to hear him play that, but I truly believe these kids could step up and do Slipknot. And I would be okay with it, and I would continue to listen. I would still be a fan. I'm always going to be a Slipknot fan. Some of the later stuff just hasn't impressed me. That's it. I'm still a fan. And I think that Griffin is a beast. And I'm going to follow more Vended. So look for more Vended on our channel because as it comes out, I'm going to be curious. I want to listen to that. So you get in the comments. Let us know your thoughts on Vended, your thoughts on replacing members with the kids. They're young, they can carry that name. Torch. I mean, look at Kiss, look at the Rolling Stones. They're still doing it on their own 40 and 50 years later. You ain't got to. You ain't got to.
The only thing that I think of is what if they were already approached with that and then they were like, no, we want to be our own band, and that's why they did Vended.
I'm sure that's the case. But when they realize Vended will not be having Vended Fest, they're going to go, you know what, Not Fest sounds pretty good. We'll step in those shoes and we'll continue this legacy. So even though they've been approached and it's possible they may have turned that down, give them 10 years.
Yeah.
When Corey and Jay or whoever decide to retire, you watch how fast they'll be like, sure.
It's a possibility, yeah.
We wanted to make a name on our own, and I feel we did that. We had Vended, people can go listen to it. I love our stuff, it's great. And we're going to write new Slipknot material, so they're going to know us then. But in the meantime, we're going to cash in on all these great songs that we got on stage and play. Yeah, it'll be all right. I mean, look at Breaking Benjamin. Ben Burnley was the only one left after he fired everybody, essentially. And now there's a new Breaking Benjamin with even more members.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you that not one of those members in Breaking Benjamin today is even a tiny bit ashamed of playing I Will Not Bow.
Yeah, seriously.
Or So Cold. They're like, good with it.
Good with it.
We're writing new stuff. We're still good. We're kicking it. We'll put out an album every 10 years. And
yeah, where are you guys? Anyway.
So I don't think that, Griffin and whoever else would be unwilling to take the role of continuing the legacy of Slipknot, because you don't want to be that 70-year-old Gene Simmons out there still trying to do it when you can just sit in the stands and watch your son. And if I was Corey, that would be something I would fight for, because his son's got it.
Yeah, he's got it. He has the it factor.
Like, share,
subscribe,
do the thing.
Do the thing.
And until the next time, guys, as always,
come at me, bro.